A very good afternoon to all. My name is Ankush Gautam and I am faculty at TI Global Chandigarh of Room Division. Today our workshop is on hotel PPE. So we'll wait for a minute and we'll start our workshop on PPE, right? And I just want to say, second week of September is celebrated as the International Housekeeping Week. As we all know that this is the International Housekeeping Week is going on. So our workshop is on today. Hotel housekeeping PPE. What kind of a PPE we generally use in a housekeeping? What is the use of that PPE? And what are the other benefits while using a PPE in the hotel industry? So we'll start our first presentation like what is a PPE. So most of you is aware about a PPE. What is PPE? So PPE is a personal protective equipment. Personal protective equipment generally in hotel, when we are going in a hotel, when we are working, so we generally use a PPE. So PPE generally used in a hotel to eliminate any hazard, any illness. So while we are working in a housekeeping department, we generally use some kind of a PPE. Like if we consider PPE, we have gloves, mask, goggles, helmet, safety shoes, which we generally use in a hotel while we are working. While we working in a housekeeping, our motive is to provide an hygienic and safe environment to the guests. So PPE is that much important in a hotel department, in every of the department of hotel. So housekeeping is one of the major departments where we use a PPE. Why? Because while we are cleaning the rooms, so there is a different type of a guest residing in that room. So as an employer, we don't know who have what kind of a disease or if he has contaminated. Like we all are aware about the COVID, like we have a pandemic. That time, many hotels provide services like they are mostly the people who want to quarantine a 5-star. Why? They want to quarantine a 5-star because they know if we quarantine in a 5-star, we as a hospitality, we are providing them a safe and hygienic. How an employee is providing them a safe and hygienic environment? Why? Because we are using a PPE kit so clean all the rooms. So that is important. That is that much important. While we are using a PPE kit. So next, why as an employee, why PPE is important for us? So hotel staff are exposed in a various, like if we have any illnesses, it can be a hazard. Okay? While we are as a housekeeping members, we are dealing with the chemical as well. So while we are dealing with the chemical, we have to wear a PPE kit while doing the while we are using the chemical. Like when we are using a chemical, we have to add the MSDS. MSDS we call as Material Safety Data Sheet. Okay. When we are using a chemical, it's our duty to wear the PPE like we have to wear the goggles, we have to wear the mask, we have to wear the gloves. Why? Because the chemical contain gases or some chemical contain acid that sometimes by mistake can fall. To aware, like we have to save from that chemical, we have to prepare the PPE kit. Okay. So sometimes why we use for the gas, the use of PPE help to prevent the spread any infection, disease. So if we are using the PPE kit, so if any guest is staying, if we are providing them a sanitized room, so it will help us to provide a good environment to the guest room as well. Then different types of what kind of a PPE we are using in a hotel. If we talk about housekeeping, like if we are working in a housekeeping, so there are different types of PPE we generally use. So one is the gloves. Gloves, disposable gloves are used for housekeeping. Then we come the mask. Generally when we cleaning the rooms, we use the mask. If any dust comes in the mouth, so we can save from that dust. Okay. Then there is a aprons or a overall suit we can wear while cleaning the room. So while we doing a room cleaning, we use a disposable all items. So after once we done the cleaning of a one room, then after we can remove that PP kit and use the fresh one. So it will not contain, like if we are cleaning a dirty room, after that we go to the another room, so it will contain like germs can be forwarded with us to the next room. So we can use the disposable. So all our disposable can dispose over there. So we can use the fresh one to the next room. Okay. Then why types of PP used like in a hotel there are different departments, and housekeeping is one of the major departments where we can use the PP kit. After that, PP can also use in the food and beverages. Like if we talk about food handlers also can use the gloves, mask, hair nets, and anti-skid shoes. Like while we are providing a food, we have to provide a hygienic food to the guests. So we have to use this kind of a PP. Like we have to gloves, mask, and hair net. Okay. If we talk about the maintenance department are using most of the bulk your PP kit. Like they have a gloves, they have helmets. Like they are cleaning the window from top to down. So they have a harnesses attached. So they are the different PPs generally used by a maintenance department. If we talk about front desk and the guest services, then there are the different PP kit used by the front desk and guest services like face shield, mask, gloves. So these are the PPE used by the front. What are the benefits of PPE? Why we want to use a PPE in hotels? So first is the enhance the safety culture. So once we are using a PPE kit, it will enhance the guest safety concern. Like if we are providing them a hygienic and a safe environment, a safe room, they will appreciate. They will go out. Then they will tell their friends and family if we have stay with this hotel and they have a very comfortable room, they have a very hygienic room. So it will help us in the sales and marketing, and it will help the reputation of any hotel. Secondly, it will reduce the incident and cost. Like if we are using a proper PPE, so there is a low risk of any incident hazard. Like if we have using a helmet, so there is a they will eliminate the risk of any head injury while we are working in a high level, low level testing. Okay, so thirdly, improve the guest confidence. If we are providing them a good hygienic and safe environment, they will definitely have a boost their confidence. So if some guest is, we talk about the COVID, some guests are is not that much confident if they want to go to the hotel or not. But if we are providing them a hygienic and a comfortable room or a cleaning room, so they have a confidence that they definitely go to that hotel. Then we have a regulatory compliance. So in every hotel there is a health, hygiene and safety compliances audits done in quarterly, yearly basis. So if we have a proper place, all the PPE we are using and we are using the SOPs for that, so we have a good audit and regulatory, we do the compliance in the time. So next is why there is a different consequences of why we are not using the PPE. If we are not using a PPE, there is a consequences as well. Because if for employee, if they are not using the PPE kits, so there is a risk of hazard, any illness. So they don't have any job satisfactions. Okay, so long-term health problem. If a person is cleaning a room, so if he is not using a proper PPE, for example, if any guest is taking an insulin, okay, if you are a housekeeping associate, you use your bare hands to remove that insulin from the dustbin and it will inject it in your hands, then definitely you have to go to the medical. Why? Because you are not using a proper PPE. So that's why this is important to use a proper PPE in a hotel. For a hotel, it's a legal. If they have a different consequences, they are not following the proper protocols, proper PPE. So when the audit and compliance is done, so they do have fines, they have a penalties, they can lose their reputation. So these are some compliances or some consequences which generally happen while not using the PPE in a hotel. So PPE training and compliances. So sometimes what happens when you are joining a new hotel. So for the new heads, every training is done by the hotel staff, like what kind of a PPE is used, okay, what kind of a PPE when to use, how to wear the PPE, and for the new heads, all the drills, safety drills, mock drills have given to the new heads. So in case of an emergency, they know how to use that PPE and how to maintain the SOP of that particular hotel. Okay, so I'll just show you a sample how a PPE is wear by a hotel staff. I'll just call my colleague to come in front and he will tell you how to wear all those things. Okay, so PPE is very important. We have been with our COVID, we know how to. So I'll just show you a proper PPE kit. So this is the overall suit, which is wear by this guy, and this is the gloves. Generally, this is electrical. You can throw while once we done the cleaning, we will throw that. So here we wear this mask. It's the goggles. Generally, in case of we are using with chemicals and all, so we have to wear this. And if we talk about if we have in food and beverages, they have a proper care nets. Okay, so if we talk about food and beverage, they have a safety shoes. But this is for the housekeeping while when they clean the room, so they have to wear this kind of a PPE. Okay, so if you have any question, you can put down in our comment section so we can answer that. Thank you. You can go over there. So any question about the PPE? What is the PPE? How it used? Please you can comment on the section, comment section you can share. So we'll can answer that in our findings. So no question asked so far. So hope you understand what is the PPE, how it is important, why it is important in a hotel, what is the use of PPE. Hope my section will elaborate all those things to you. If